crafty friends, good evening. It is Ann coming to you on a Monday evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the page. And welcome to the Whimsy Bunch. That's what I call us here at Whimsically Knotted. And I hope you've had a blessed Mother's Day. Tell me all about it. What did you do? What was going on? Did you celebrate? Did you visit? Did people come to visit you? Let me know in the comments. We are going to be working on a little pallet board from Michael's. I had to think where it came from. And I've already worked on the back side. This is kind of the background we want to create. We want kind of a weathered look, like it's been out there for a while. And I've got my camera backwards, so I may or may not see comments. Hello, Sherry. I am seeing comments, so that is amazing. We are going to start with, let me put my glove on, weathered oak from, where did that go? It's hard to put a glove on. From Minwax. It is a transparent stain. And I already, like I said, done the back side. So we are working on the front side now. And I am just going to stain this up. And again, this sign came from Michael's. I had ordered it online. When they have a good discount. And I love this color. It just gives it a, I don't know, an aged look. And I just really like that. Almost looks like an aged barrel. And don't forget to do your sides. And guys, have you seen the new collection? I will show it to you here in just a second. I kind of totally forgot. I'm so excited about this project that I kind of forgot to show you the collection. I will show it to you here in just a moment. I'm going to get this stain on here so that we can move forward. I know it's not everybody's jam, coastal, but there are so many products in there, stencils and transfers, that can work for others. They could work for a kid's room. They could work for a garden flag for Father's Day. There are a couple of faith-based signs in there. So there is lots and lots to offer in that bundle that is not just coastal. One transfer set is more of a river, lake. I believe it's called Gone Fishing, so that is more of a fishing one, and that'll be great for Father's Day. While we are waiting on this to dry, let's just look at some of those fantastic stencils. And if you did not know, I am an ambassador with Essential Stencil. And I am so grateful that I received my bundle early enough so that I can share those with you. And let me show you the transfers first. This is the one we will be using tonight. I've already cut out some of them, and these will look good in those little trinket shells, but there is so much on here that you can use. I mean, the VW bus is not necessarily beach. The watermelon is not necessarily beach. So there is other elements you can use out of here. I am in love with this one. The flower, what are they called? Floral sea turtles. Are they just not amazing? I love turtles. I just think they are gorgeous. That will be fun for a kid's room. We also have a set of, what are these called? Under the Sea. And these sparkle. they have like shimmer in here. Like if you look at this right there, that gold shimmers. How awesome would that be for a kid's room? I just love that. They would just love that little sparkly thing. Or you can make like a little keychain. You could put that on a little keychain right there. And I also like the different tails. That one is straight up and then a little bit curved. That one is straight, and then this one down here is completely curved. And look how they envisioned these. I just love that. Love, love, love. And I'm not a coastal crafter, but I have a room in my house that is lighthouses and has seashells in it. My bathroom has lighthouses on the shower curtain, and it is decorated in a little bit of a coastal theme. This is the one I thought was spectacular for Father's Day. You can create a toolbox, a picture, a bucket, just all kinds of things. Look at all those beautiful elements on here. I know my ring light is making it hard to see. A growth chart. Oh my gosh, that will be amazing. But so many options on these. I mean, just fantastic. The other one we are going to use is this beach one. Just a big beach sign. You're going to like, how are you going to fit that big beach sign on that little bitty sign? We are not going to use all of it. We are just going to use part of it. Let me go ahead and get that out. I have a few favorites in here. And let me get these out real quick. Let's start with the big ones and lay them back down here. This is an awesome background pattern. You can pick out all the individual shells and add them to something else. And we have our 6x6 in this one. Perfect for small projects or big projects. And again, you can pick out just what you need. This one is awesome too. Hello Summer. You can just use the Hello Summer. You can use the, they're not hydrangeas. They are, yeah, cannot think of what they're called right now. And if you don't want the swan, just take this out. Don't do the swan. And just add the leaves to it. What are these flowers called? Why can I not think of these? Oh, flamingo, not swan. Why can I not think of what they are called right now? And of course you have, it's a shore thing, and you got dolphins on here and other little elements you could pick out. This one I like as a, not necessarily motivational, but like a little quote. And it says, you can never cross the ocean until you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. And you can use transfers down here instead of doing this, but I just like the way they have it depicted here. Let's see if I turn this down a little bit, if that will help with that glare. And I love that, having the courage to lose sight of the shore. I just really like that sentiment. Another 10x12 one is the lobster shack. That would be great on a kitchen towel, for instance. You can just put the lobster on there and put open daily and put fresh caught on there. You can pick elements out of this. But that would be a great kitchen towel. Come follow me and I will make you fishers of men. Matthew 4:19. That is a beautiful, beautiful stencil. That will be great for Father's Day. That will be great for a pastor friend or Pastor Appreciation Day, or for your deacon, or another family member maybe that is a clergy. that will be an amazing gift for them. So it is not just coastal. You can use one of the boats from the transfers and add it down here. Very simple, black, gray, white is a really, really good sign. This is my favorite. We have this hope as an anchor for the soul, Hebrews 6:19, and it has that beautiful anchor on there, and this is a beautiful faith-based stencil that will be great on a flag, on, you can even put that on a kitchen towel. You can frame it. There's so many different things that you can use this for, and you can use the word hope, the word anchor, and the word soul out of it by itself. And this is a funny one to me, sardines. It's a layering stencil, and it has the can of sardines, the fish, and then the layer on top of the fish, and then it has, I think, orange peel and hibiscus. Is it hibiscus flowers? But you can use just the fish and layer them. You can use just the can if you wanted to. I don't think that is a fun stencil. That might be a fun, if you have a grandpa or a dad or an uncle that likes sardines, that'll be fun for them. They will get a kick out of it. Sea turtles, meet me at the shore, little treasures of the sea, seashells by the seashore. I'd rather be sea glass hunting, my glass and sunshine. No, what does it say? Sea glass and sunshine. My birthstone is really sea glass. And there is a lot of elements on all of these, again, that you can use. And these, like my birthstone is sea glass, these pieces, just think about, if you do art in resin, you can actually cut up glass or use an old dish or old glass, break it, and lay it out instead of painting it, and seal it in that way. This one is another one of my favorite, Wisdom from a Sea Turtle. I can't read that in here. My eyes are getting old. I cannot read that one word. So I have to look. It says, move at your own pace. That's what it says. So the cute little turtle on there. These wisdom ones, these are nice, cute little shelf sitters that you could gift to someone to motivate them. Stay calm and stay calm under pressure. Spend more time at the beach. And several other ones. What's this one here? Find your flow. Just very cute little designs that to me are motivational, inspirational. And then who would not love this little mermaid? Mermaid kisses and starfish wishes, the mermaid tail, and then the little mermaid in a small form. That would make a beautiful bookmark for a little girl, or a little Bible bookmark for them. Just some ideas, throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there, but that is the set. You have the ability, okay, this is almost dry, to hibiscus. Okay, I could not think if that was the right name or not. The sparkles under the sea, they are so amazing. And I'm just thinking, for look, we have a 4-year-old granddaughter. She would just absolutely eat that up. I am using buttermilk and burlap to create my aged look. And a chippy brush. Yeah, pick and choose just a few. There are so many in there. And Like I said, coastal is not everybody's jam, and I understand that. And like I said, for instance, I do have a room in my house that is I guess coastal inspired. I have like pictures of boats in there and like a big picture behind the bed. And let's see, what else do I have? I've got a lamp that has seashells in the bottom. It's glass on the bottom. It has lots and lots of seashells in there. I've got dishes with seashells and little fish decor. And all of that with a lighthouse quilt. I've got a lighthouse quilt. So that is just my way of bringing a little bit of the beach here. And that room is the it's the guest room or the guest bathroom. So I thought, you know, what guest would not like to be at like a beachy scene? So I brought the beach to me. I mean, that's just the way that I was looking at it. I brought the beach to me. I hope you can see how this is transforming into a little bit of a like a little bit of a weathered look. Did you guys have a good Mother's Day? You ladies. We went out to eat, and little Bristol gave me a cute little Mother's Day present. I'm gonna have to post some pictures tomorrow. I got a gorgeous little basket filled with all kinds of goodies, and she was so excited to give it to me, and everything on there said Oma this, Oma that, like kitchen related items, and she was so excited to give that to me, and I was so blessed, so blessed. So that was such a wonderful surprise, because Oma in German, Oma is German for grandma or mama. So that just blessed my heart. Don't forget to weather your edges too. I'd add a little bit on the sides, at the bottom. Like I said, we already done the back. Do your sides. And if you're interested in anything, I have listed all 3 bundles. There are 3 bundles available. There is the full collection with everything in it. And then you have the stencil bundle with all the stencils. And I cannot remember. I think it's 12 stencils or 12 stencil sets. And let's see, what else? What else is in there? 4 sets of transfers. I think this is good. Does this look like a weathered sign to you guys? Are we good? Because we're going to have to get this dry so we can move on. So there is a Coastal Collection bundle with the stencils and the transfers. There is a stencil bundle with only the stencils and a transfer bundle with only the transfers. The coastal bundle is marked at a 20% discount, so that is awesome. The stencil bundle is 15%, and the transfer bundle is 15% discounted as well. So that's good savings. Plus, if you use my code WK21, you can save another 10% on top of that. And then, of course, you can buy all of them individually and pick and choose, just like Miss Sherry did, which is awesome. And like I said, the link is in the description. I listed the big bundle with everything and the other two bundles. And then once you're on the side, you can go look at each individual stencil, stencil and stencil and transfers. I am going to sand over this real quick because I want to make sure that if there's any grain rays, that is knocked down. And then I'm going to give you a tip on how to deal with that little groove that is in here. I like the board because of the groove. And see, we had stuff come off, so we had to make sure we got rid of that. When we lay our word beach on here, I am not going to do the waves down here. I'm just going to use beach because I am going to transform this into something different. I am going to look and see that I am somewhat in the middle. I can tell where my hook is in the back, right there. And you can hang it either this way or with the sawtooth. And then I am going to look right and left to make sure that I am semi in the middle. And here is my tip. We have this ridge right in the middle. If you lay this stencil down in the middle, your H, your A, your E, and your B will be in that crevice, and I did not want that. So I moved it up so that it will not be down on that, in that little crevice. And I'm just looking to see if I am semi-straight here. That looks pretty straight to me. And I think I am fairly straight. Oh, almost 2 3/4. And that's right. Whoop. Yep. I am leaving it. That is pretty close. So I think we are good. Tape it on. Tape is your security. And this board is 5 by 20. I am going to tape a little bit on the bottom right here. That way I don't have to worry about if I go out of the edges right here, over the edges. Because sometimes I swirl a little bit hard. And for these, I am just going to take my little backer board because I am not using these. I will not add these in there. Each letter is going to be in a different color. We are starting out with sea glass. Next, we will have Indian turquoise. Green lagoon. Got a little paint booger. Give me just a second here. And I made a big old mess on my bottle. Desert turquoise. And last but not least, Victorian blue. And for those of you that are resin artists, that will be an amazing way to resin. And there are our color palette. I'm going to use my 1/2 inch brush so it'll be easier to navigate around these pieces. And it'll be a little difficult right there, but we will be able to make it. We can do this. I'm loading my brush. I've loaded it up. And now I'm going to offload some. Can you guys see? Hold on to your B right there, because that is only held on by itty bitty little bridges, and you don't want this to move on you. So I have positioned my finger on here to hold that in place. And then also to hold it in place going down this way. Go back over it one more time. Go from the outside in when you can. Oop. And if we need to put that back on there, we can. I am just going to use the same brush because these are all similar tones. I am just going to get, whoop, pull my napkin away. Hey, Miss Bonnie. Oh, that is so sweet. Homemade cards. Oh, that is so awesome. Next is our Indian turquoise. And again, I am not worried about these colors blending because I do want them to be, whoa, this is a new brush and it just lost its bristles. That happens with new brushes sometimes. There is not a defect on these, I assure you of that. And in case you haven't guessed it, instead of the emblems in here, the little see characters, so to speak, we are going to use transfers. And sometimes you can stipple and get a different effect. And that is kind of fun. And you can see the difference in the two letters. If it is not dark enough, we can go and go back over it. I'm going from light to dark, so that way I can use the same brush. See how we are going from light to dark? That's why I'm able to use this brush over and over and over again, because I am just going down a tone. Wow. Gotta get my little tool here. And if we go over the edge, like I think I went too far over on that one, it is okay. This brush really has a mind of its own today. Goodness. I think this is going to look good. And we can sand that to make it look even more weathered and rustic. Next one is that blue. And see how much darker this is. Make sure you offload your edges as well. And Miss Bonnie, I love your collection. I love your setup at the new place, your new booth. That is so amazing. I am so excited for you. And I pray that you will do really, really, really well. Your glass and resin art is beautiful. Last but not least is our H. And you could have done these in blues and lavenders, or like light purple, magenta colors. Get my little gadget here. I just loved how these colors all matched together really well. And it kept it light. It wasn't too dark. And for the middle right here where I did not go in, I will go with a brush and fill those in, that middle part. If we have enough time, I will do it on the live. If not, we'll do it later. I'm going to carefully peel it back and see. Got a little bleed right there. I thought I did. I think I'm going to leave it for right now. If I need to change anything, I can. Dry this real quick. And then I will sand that extra off. It was very minimal. And this is what I'm talking about, the middle section right here. I am just going to come in with a paintbrush and paint that in. And that's what it looks like so far. What do you guys think about the lighter letters? I think they're pretty good. Oh, a little beach scene is coming together. Now let's add our fun elements in here. I'm going to use this little surfboard on that side. The flip-flops were together like this. I cut them apart because I'm going to put those little flip-flops right there. What we're going to do, yeah, that's dry. This is how you peel in case there's anybody new on here. There's 3 sides to a transfer. The backer sheet. This is what we call the carrier sheet. And then the printed part. Don't touch the printed part. It will come off on any surface, including your finger. And if you need to put it back on the shiny side, not the dull side. You can also use these to put glue on or Mod Podge. That is also a good place for that. And instead of sitting it up straight, I am going to put this in at a little bit of an angle. And now I have to make a decision. Do I want to cut this and go down into the board? And I am going to do that. I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I cut through there so that now I can take this, and I'm just using my finger, my fingernail, and I can just burnish that in right there. Let me move these up here so I won't lose them. And if your board and your paint and your stain is good and dry, this will come off very easy. That done perfect. I've got some new products coming in that I am excited to try out and see how we cut this and made it go into the board. I think that looks really good if you can do that. And always close up your X-Acto knife so you won't accidentally cut yourself. Not saying that that has happened. Put one of the flip-flops right here. The other flip-flop goes right here. And I wanted to show you how you can use different elements out of this which one? This one was called Pink Coastal. You can use different elements and add them to your stencils. And make sure you hop over to Essential Stencil tonight. Miss Amanda is going to be creating, and you know how much she loves coastal. I cannot wait to see what she's going to come up with. And see what her favorite stencils are. She is a coastal artist. But again, you don't have to be a coastal artist. I have heard of people that live in Missouri that do well selling coastal. There are people that have their house or a room or a bathroom decorated in coastal or in beach. So test the market out and see if it works for you. This is what we have so far. It's beginning to look like a coastal sign, isn't it? I've got to wait for a minute until the camera catches up to see if you guys can see it. For the in-between, I picked this little shell. Pick this little shell. I'll pick this little starfish. I always call it a sea star. Don't know why. And I'll pick this little cute little bird. I just thought she was just darling and needed to be on this cute little piece. And she is going right on the edge, right here where that board curves down, where that little crack is. And you see how fast this is to getting these on here? And there's so much detail in these transfers. They are absolutely amazing. Make sure you hold onto the transfer until her little legs are down. Don't amputate her legs or her little beak. A little starfish. If I say sea star, I apologize. And again, with this one, I am going to cut it. And that way we can lay it down. I'm just going to take my fingernail, bend it down, and rub my fingernail across that little groove. To burnish that in. And the last part we're going to do, I am probably not going to do on the live, but I will show you what the final picture will look like. Because we're going to transform this into something fun. And again, if you want to look at set, check out the links I've posted. I think I'm going to do that one a little sideways. They are in the description. And if you need the code, you can do !code, and it will give you my code, WK21, to save you an extra 10%. You save 10% anytime you order, no matter whether it is a nude collection or whether it is brushes. Last but not least is our little shell right here. This one is going to be a little bit trickier to cut because there is not much on the bottom. So I'm going to hold it in place really good. And I did not cut it completely through on that side. Turn it over for just a second. Get this burnished in. Sorry if I made you dizzy moving my board around. You work on a business page. I am so excited for you. Yes, please send me a friend request, of course. That is amazing. And here are all our little beachy scenes on here. And I thought this would be perfect to add little cup hooks. I will put one right here. Right here. Right here. Here and here. And then you can either hang it in the kitchen and hang your cups on there, hang it by the entryway to hang your keys on there, or a dog leash, or whatever you need to. You can hang jewelry on there. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can hang on these little cup hooks. What do you guys think about that? And should we distress this a little bit more? And should we darken up the edges a little bit? What do you guys think? We still got a little bit of time. Yes, beach towels. I mean, there are so many. How tall are these letters? These letters are not quite 4 inches. They are a little over 3 3/4, but not quite 4 inches. They're close to 3 3/4. So almost 4 inches. What do you guys think? Yes to the hooks? And should we darken this up on the edges a little bit? You're very welcome. I just thought this was going to be really cute doing that. And I'm probably going to have to drill a hole, a small hole, to get this screwed in. You know, I sometimes do things the hard way. Once you get it started, it doesn't take much, but that wood is a little bit harder than I thought. Don't want too much, I just want a little start. I sometimes even tap it in with the hammer and then screw it in. And this board is just big enough to hold these screws to where they will not come out on the back side. I'm going to stand up that way I have a little bit more push power. But this would be good if you could resin over it. Like I said, you could add some shells in here and resin over it. That would be really beautiful. Making sure it's semi-straight. And there's our little hook. I can turn it a couple of more times around. Still got some turning room. And these hooks I got, I think, from, I don't know if I got them from Walmart or from Lowe's. If I see hooks on sale, I normally buy them. And look how beautiful that is. So yay or nay to the darkening on the sides? Darkening the edges. Let's do it. We still got a couple of minutes. And I will add the rest of the hooks later. I don't have any scrappy brushes at the moment, so I'm going to have to use this. Make sure you guys can see. I think I was off camera. It looks already better having that little bit of dark on the edges right here. Because we want that weathered look, like it's been out for a while. Keep an eye on the time. I use a regular brush if I want just a little bit of edging. If I want more, then I'll use my other brush. Oh yeah, that makes a big difference, guys. And I am feathering it in a little bit to where it comes down a little bit. And that is helping a lot. Love it, love it, love it. So hop over, if you have not checked out the collection, to the Essential Stencil page. You can use the link in the description. I've posted the links of all the bundles. You can also use a discount if you like anything and you want to purchase. And I would love it if you use mine, WK21. And I hope this inspired you to create something. It doesn't have to be a coastal theme. You could have done this with the boat. You could have used the boat from the stencil. Or you could have used the boat that came with the transfer and created a similar scene and put fish on the side and make it for Dad for Father's Day. You could have used the little sardines over on the sides. There's fishing rods on there. I mean, so many things. I'm going to add a little bit of that dark in here as well. That gives it just a little bit of extra character. And makes it look like these are really old boards that were put together. The little details do make a difference in your pieces. Don't be afraid to take that little bit of extra time to put those in. And it doesn't have to be perfect. If you are hanging it outside, make sure that you seal it good. You can use a spray sealer or a polyacrylic sealer. All right, what you guys think? I might add a little bit more of that distressing in here. I'll do that offline, and I'll add all the rest of the hooks. They would look good on a paddle. I don't have one available, but I do think they will fit because this board is 8 inches, and I think your pedals are not any bigger than that. They're not too much bigger than that, so they will fit on a paddle. Thank you, ladies. You have a blessed and wonderful evening and a good rest of the week, and thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys so much. Hop over to the Essential Stencil page. Check out what Miss Amanda is creating, and hop over and look at the new collection that came out with so many wonderful things in there. Faith-based, things for Dad. I just really love that collection. I will probably add a little bit of dark around the flip-flops and maybe bring that out a little bit. But for the main part, I want to leave it light because the beach is light. So, appreciate you guys. I am going to turn this down so I can turn that off. Have a blessed evening.